Welcome to OfficerBilling.com's new Saturday series, Strategy on Saturday or Strat on Sat. In this series, we'll be talking about the various strategies that you can use when it comes to pricing. Let's get going. Today, let's talk about a few of the conversations that I've had over the past week or two about matching your competitors' pricing. Let me say this right out the gate. You can't price match unless you know your cost and all of your numbers. Know your numbers. Point blank, period. I've been having the same conversation with security guard companies for years, but it wasn't until after we introduced OfficerBilling.com that I realized that people weren't understanding what I was espousing. And that is, it is very dangerous to try to match other companies' pricing until you know what your pricing should be. There are way too many companies out there who are using this simple markup method to figure out their pricing. Simple markup being the wage rate is $15, so I'm going to mark that up 25%, and that will be my billing rate. There are three things that can happen when you do that. First, you underprice your billing rate and end up losing money on the contract. As an example, I was talking to a company in Florida who was using this markup method and is now making all of their employees 1099 subcontractors. If there is anybody from the IRS watching this video, I don't remember who the company was, so please don't call me. As a matter of fact, I'm just making this whole thing up. He was doing so because he wasn't making enough money on his contracts, so he was looking for a way to save money. If you're not making money on your contracts, 9 times out of 10, your pricing is wrong. Point blank, period. The second thing that can happen is that you overprice your billing rate. When that happens, no customers are willing to buy from you because your billing rate is too high compared to your competitors. If you're choosing a billing rate because that rate feels good to you, or that's just what you want to charge, you're probably seeing this a lot. The third thing that could happen is that you could get it right. But why take the chance? Just price the contract correctly. So let's talk about a specific example about trying to match your competitors' pricing. I was talking to a company that said one of the national firms was getting really aggressive with their pricing and was offering a $19 per hour billing rate to potential customers. The company that I was talking to said they were going to match that billing rate for a proposal that they were submitting. Based on the initial conversation, what they were saying made sense, but I told them we should run their pricing through OfficerBilling.com. And guess what happened? After we input their taxes, insurance, wages, and all of their other input costs, we figured out that their cost just to put an officer on site was $22.13. Did you hear me? Their cost to put an officer on site was $3 more than what they were going to propose. If you were, let's say, making a shirt and it cost you $22 to make it, which is sell it for $19. If you did, guess what would happen to your company? To be clear, I'm not saying that they couldn't get their pricing to $19. They just weren't going to be able to do it based on the cost of the inputs that they were using. Once they had that number, then they could go back and play with the number of uniforms, the cost of uniforms, the initial hours of training, and all the other costs that are built into that billing rate. If you're going to be competitive with your billing rates, you have to know your numbers, and you have to have a tool like OfficerBilling.com to put it all together. If you have questions about anything in this video, please feel free to leave a comment below. But in the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos on pricing strategy. Stay safe and stay profitable.